Balak is a significant figure in the biblical narrative found in the book of Numbers, and Jehovah's Witnesses provide insights into his story, which is central to understanding certain themes in the Hebrew Scriptures. Balak is described as the king of Moab during the time of Israel's journey through the wilderness, as they were nearing the Promised Land. His story unfolds primarily in Numbers chapters 22 to 24. Context of Balak's role. Balak was the son of Zippor and the king of Moab. As the Israelites approached Moab, they had already defeated two powerful kings, Sihon, king of the Amorites, and Og, king of Bashan. These victories alarmed Balak and the Moabites. According to Numbers chapter 22 verse 3, Moab became very frightened because of the people, for they were many, and Moab was overcome with dread because of the Israelites. Balak feared that the Israelites would conquer his land, especially because of their reputation for divine favor and miraculous victories. Balak's plan. Calling Balaam. To counter the perceived threat, Balak devised a plan to curse the Israelites. He believed that supernatural intervention was necessary to weaken them. He sent messengers to a prophet named Balaam, who lived in Pethor, near the Euphrates River, offering him a handsome reward if he would curse Israel. Balaam was known for his ability to pronounce blessings and curses, and Balak was convinced that such a curse would ensure Moab's victory over Israel. However, Balaam's initial response to Balak's messengers was guided by Jehovah. In Numbers chapter 22 verse 12, God explicitly told Balaam, "You must not go with them. You must not curse the people, for they are blessed." Balak, undeterred, sent higher-ranking officials with an even more enticing offer. Eventually, Jehovah allowed Balaam to go, but with the strict condition that he would only say what God instructed him to say. The angel and Balaam's donkey. On Balaam's journey to meet Balak, Jehovah's angel opposed him on the way. This led to the famous episode where Balaam's donkey spoke. The angel was a warning to Balaam to strictly obey Jehovah's instructions. This incident emphasized Jehovah's control over the situation and served as a prelude to what would unfold between Balak, Balaam, and Israel. Balak's efforts and Balaam's blessings. When Balaam finally met Balak, the Moabite king took him to several locations overlooking the Israelite encampment. Balak hoped that changing locations might influence the outcome of Balaam's pronouncements. At each site, Balak built 7 altars and offered sacrifices, expecting Balaam to curse Israel. However, Balaam could only speak the words Jehovah put in his mouth. Instead of cursing Israel, Balaam pronounced blessings upon them 3 times. Each of these blessings emphasized Israel's divinely given prosperity, strength, and future dominance. Balak grew increasingly frustrated, saying in Numbers chapter 24 verse 10, "I called you to curse my enemies, but look. You have blessed them these 3 times. Prophetic utterances and Balak's frustration. The final prophetic message given by Balaam not only reaffirmed Israel's blessings but also foretold the downfall of Moab and other nations. In Numbers chapter 24 verse 17, Balaam said, "A star will come out of Jacob, and a scepter will rise out of Israel." This prophecy, understood by Jehovah's Witnesses to have messianic significance, indicated that Israel would triumph over its enemies. This was the ultimate affront to Balak's intentions, as it directly opposed his desire to see Israel weakened. Balak's legacy. Balak's efforts to oppose Israel illustrate the futility of fighting against Jehovah's purposes. Despite his attempts to manipulate circumstances through Balaam, the outcome was entirely under Jehovah's control. Balak's story highlights key biblical themes such as Jehovah's sovereignty. Balak's plans failed because Jehovah's will cannot be thwarted. Israel's blessings came from Jehovah, and no human scheme could reverse that. The danger of opposing God's people. Balak's actions serve as a cautionary tale about the consequences of opposing those whom God has chosen to bless. The role of prophecy. Balaam's pronouncements provided insight into Jehovah's plans for Israel, including messianic prophecies that pointed to the coming of Jesus Christ. Insights from Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses, through their literature and discussions, emphasize the lessons to be drawn from Balak's story. Balak's reliance on sorcery and curses reflects the futility of human efforts to undermine divine purposes. As seen in Isaiah chapter 55 verse 11, Jehovah declares, "My word that goes out of my mouth will not return to me without results." The account underscores the importance of trusting in Jehovah's promises. Israel was protected not because of their own strength but because of Jehovah's covenant with them. Balaam's obedience, despite his personal inclinations, serves as a reminder of the necessity to submit to Jehovah's will. While Balak fades from the narrative after this episode, his actions left a lasting impression as a foil to Jehovah's power and purpose. Balak's inability to overcome Israel stands as a testament to the invincibility of God's will and the blessings upon his people.